Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're enjoying the content I'm putting out there. Today we have an installation video on the Bronco. So I received a rail for the Bronco on the roof that also comes down and has a mounting point for a Rotopax. So I think it's from BadAss Tents, if I remember correctly. So we got the box, so we'll go through an unboxing. We'll put it together, assemble it, and get it on the Bronco, and I'll give you my impressions. I did have a rail up there before by Mabet, but it's kind of like the stock Bronco rail where it has just you torque down the clamps on either side, and wasn't really too happy with that mounting system. It just didn't seem super stable, and it also didn't provide the capability to mount a Rotopax. So we'll go through a quick unboxing, walk through the installation, and I'll give you my initial impressions. Again, if you like the content I'm putting out there, please like and subscribe below. Now let's get to the unboxing. All right, let's see what we got in the box. So it comes out as one big package. So we don't need that box anymore. Let's see what we got here. We got a box inside of a box inside of a box. All right. Guess I'm gonna need the pocket knife back out again. All right, I think those are it for the boxes. So you got, this appears to be the mounting bracket for the Rotopax. You have mounting hardware. More mounting hardware. All right. All right, let's start getting it spread out and read through the instructions a bit and start getting this thing together. So now that I got all the plastic wrap off, all the different components, you can see the kit kind of unpacked. You got the crossbar, you got the Rotopax mount, you got the mounts onto the hardtop. Nothing so much as far as directions on how to install it, just basically an assembly diagram, but figure it shouldn't be too difficult. So I'm going to start assembling this on the ground, and then once I get far enough along, then mount it to the hardtop of the Bronco. So I'm going to set the camera up and get my tools out and begin putting this crossbar together. First step is going to be connecting these side plates to the crossbar. So I have a number 4 here, and it's going to lightly screw it in the crossbar. So make sure to be gentle. Don't rush it. Don't cross thread it. Last thing you want to do is cross thread the taps in the bar, and then you're kind of out of luck. So I was going to take it nice and easy, take my time, make sure there's no tension, make sure it goes in smoothly, and just use hand tools. Sure, power tools would be quicker, but then again, you run the risk of cross threading it and then being out of luck. So we'll just start it by turning the whole bar. So what I'm going to do is get the 2 screws in that connect the bar, and then I will get the other 2 in. So you have a screw, a plastic washer, and you're going through the mounting plate, and then through the hardtop mount. All right, so I shape those 2. All right, you join me about an hour later. So it turns out the screws that the kit came with seem to be a little bit too long. They're M6 and they're 30 millimeters long, and they just would not screw in all the way. There was a good gap between the plate and the crossbar that I did not like. So I had to go to 2 different Lowe's and get smaller screws so that I can get a good cinch on the crossbar. I'm just going to add a little Loctite because why not? Oh, I got to cut the Loctite. Hold on. So I don't know if they sent the wrong screws, because from what I see, they were definitely too long. But when you add the Rotopax side mount, they do use the longer screws on those, on the outer edge, the 2 outer points, not on the inners that screw into the crossbars. So I'm going to give, luckily Lowe's was open. Unfortunately, I had to go to 2 different ones to get the 4 screws that I need. So I could use the longer ones on the outer mounting points, because those don't go into the crossbar at all. Those just go into a nut. So let me now tighten these up. And that is now totally flush. Before, there was probably a 5 millimeter gap between the inner bar and the crossbar. That did not seem right. So now that I got these a little bit shorter screws, they work fine. They're in there all the way. So so if, I don't know if mine's just a one-off, but if you get the wrong ones, just you get yourself shorter screws. I got the 2 in that goes to the crossbars, I can get the other outer two screws in that just basically connect the outer plate to the inner plate, and they go into the nut that's included. All right, one more, the last one on the outer. All right, so the screws are all in there, nice and flush. So now I'll take you over to the Bronco. We'll get this side in on the passenger side, and then we'll attach the driver's side and have it all clamped down. All right, now it's time to get the remaining two pieces installed. Get my tool. And washers. Get the second one set up. So you just want to cinch these down back and forth so that you don't get it to bind. You want to make sure it's pretty even as far as tightness across the two screws here. Just take your time. No need to rush. No need to strip a screw head or get it angled wrong. One more. Just make sure it's good and tight. And there you go. So because it took me an hour to go to Lowe's and get the appropriate length screws to screw in the crossbar, I'm losing daylight here. So I'm going to have to take this up tomorrow to actually install the side mount for the Rotopax. That one should be a lot easier. It just adds on, connects to the existing setup here. But again, so if you happen to get the wrong screws in your kit, and I think I misspoke earlier, it's actually called BadAss Tents. So if you get this kit from BadAss Tents, try to dry fit it first. If the screws seem too long and it's not engaging fully into the crossbars when you try to mount them, definitely probably have too long of screws. And then I went to Lowe's and got the M6 by 25 millimeter. So I guess they came with 30s because they were just too long, just a little bit too long. All right, so we'll pick this up tomorrow, installing the Rotopax mounts. Again, if you like the content that I'm putting out here, please like and subscribe below. Really helps with the YouTube algorithm to get other viewers like you that are interested in Bronco or Rivian adventures or part installations and reviews. So I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome back. We are day 2 now on this install of the BadAss Tents roof rail. Today we're just going to do the Rotopax mount installation. We ran out of time to get it done last night because we had to go out and get those extra screws, the right size screws to attach the rail. But now this part should be, knock on wood, fairly easy. First part is just going to be sliding on this rail. This rail kind of goes underneath the cab here, and that's what the rail connects to from the bottom part. So let's slide that in. Pretty easy, just slides right underneath the gap here you have between the body and the cap here. That seems right about there is where it's going to go. And now we're going to take the side mount. I already installed the Rotopax mount, so they give these nice flush screws here on the back that come through on these button head bolts or nuts. I like this design because this does not leave anything that's going to potentially, if I off-road and slide into a tree or something, it won't push this against the glass and break the glass. I've seen that happen with some other designs, that I guess the bolts stick out from the backside and slid across. Someone hit a tree and it busted out their rear glass. So this one I think is going to better prevent that. So at this point, I'm going to head on up, and basically these two outer holes are going to go into the outer holes up there. They screw in, and then on the bottom there's a rubber stopper and screws that come through here, and then the rubber stoppers will rest against the cab. So let's get to it. First part's gonna be getting up here. Let me get my tools. So again, 2 screws. The one thing I am going to do is, I'll be right back. There is a rubber pad that you can put down between this Rotopax mount and the roof rack mount to prevent it from scratching the finish. I left that inside, so I'm going to go get that. Pause the video, and next time you see me, I'll have the pad. All right, I went back inside and got the pads. It's just basically a little piece of rubber here that will go in between the rail and the Rotopax mount. Just going to place that down. Place this on top. We'll put the screw in loosely for now, because I want to be able to line the bottom. So right now, just putting the nuts in finger tight. There we go. And now the next part is on the bottom. They give you these 2 rubber stoppers, which is going to go against the cab, and then through the hole, screw it in, and that'll make it nice and snug on the bottom and keep it in place. First, I got to move this bracket just to line the holes. Put these back behind. And now just take the short screws that they actually do provide with the little metal washer, and screw it right through into the stopper, and that will shore up the bottom of the mount. Get your Allen wrench and just screw it in. Brought the camera closer so you can see the mounting of this bracket. So the bracket slides between the body and the cab. The rubber stoppers with the nuts in them go behind this bracket against the cab, and then you put the screws in through the mounting plate into those rubber stoppers. So just going to cinch these down, not too tight. Just make sure to apply even tightness across both. And there you go. Like I said, easier than definitely the roof rails, especially when you have the right equipment. So then the Rotopax mounts right here, and yeah, that's it. So definitely a great kit. Provides the extra mounting points that I was looking for. Just a little frustrating that the wrong screws were included in the kit, and that kind of set me back a day. But yeah, BadAss Tents, great product. And looking forward to mounting the Rotopax and going out on my next trail venture. Again, if you like the content putting out here for both the Bronco and the Rivian, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Thank you.